actually a good call. I know it's the time, the time of the game where fans are saying you have to let them play through it, but Zion walked under him. He walked under him on the finish. So that's actually the right call.
Torrey Craig gets the first. So Torrey Craig at the free throw line for the first time tonight into double figures with 10.
And Joe, you just brought up a great point. You can still play with pace without being in a rush.
Right.
What you don't want to do is continue to warm this ball up and be fighting the shot clock for the last minute 48. Get the ball up quick so you get an opportunity to get into your offensive sets and cycle through your progressions.
We're tied at 113. Zion will walk it up. Yeah, they're taking a long time to get into their sets. So then all of a sudden, you're deep into the clock. They're trying to get the ball out of Zion's hand. Sherrison, Najee, with Zion. He's going to put it to the ground and try to get there. He'll get home. Zion at 32 and counting. Pels by 2. 90 seconds to play. Chris Paul will set it up. He's back on the floor, and they've been running the pick and roll effectively the entire game with those two. It's Damian Lee now. And he's going to try to give him the lead. Larry's got it. With three-point shooter to say the least. So Zion of the Pels with the ball and the advantage.
And now you really have to do a good job of spacing the floor.
Zion.
They're going to call an offensive foul.
On Trey.
Yeah.
Bad timing. It'll go the other way. He's coming to the side, and Monty's going to use a timeout. And their ATOs, their out-of-timeout execution's been exceptional. Bad time for a turnover. Held still.
Zion really understands angles, right? He really understands angles, how to attack guys to draw that contact.
Yeah, and they have 30 seconds to get another player on the floor, and Monty used it all to try.
God damn it. Yeah, I see this bitch cracked up.
Short of the first. Need one more.
I tell you, the thing as a player, you would much rather hear the MVP chant.
Right.
It's different when it's quiet.
When you can hear a pin drop.
Right, because you're not accustomed to that.
Or Arc. He got it. And Monty calls the timeout. So 3-point game. 36.4 to play. Let's see if there's a back pick from Chris Paul. Because he's right behind Dyson Daniels right now.
They're going to zipper Chris Paul up to catch his inbound.
Will they get it in? Landale. He's waiting for Bridges, and now all of a sudden they've used clock. Chris Paul turns the corner.
Everybody stay home. Everybody stay home.
Chris Paul, did he change his pivot foot? And they're going to call the foul. They had a foul to give.
Right.
Foul to give.
Not the worst case scenario.
Right. So 14 in the clock. There'll be a 7.5-second difference with the shot clock and the game clock. Really reminding the guys.
So now this changes your thought process now, Joe.
Well, do you want to foul? You don't want to, but do you want to? They can get a 3 to tie.
No.
It's a lot of time left.
When you're third in the league in defensive efficiency, I'm trusting my defense right now.
And there's too much time left. If it's 5 seconds or 6 seconds, different story.
But you don't have an issue switching 1 through 5, though. Right now you don't, because you have...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the first foul in the final 2.
It's the second foul. There was a foul at 148.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So a couple of free throws for a real good shooter in Damian Lee. And they came over to explain to Willie because he had the same number we had. That they had a foul to give. Lee, one of the best shooters beyond the arc. So you know he's going to be good at the free throw line.
Right, so you like what Coach Willie Green's doing, putting in the Jonas. Right now, you get these rebounds, you get an opportunity to advance that basketball.
91% free throw shooter, Damian Lee gets one more. So it may boil down to making your free throws. Pels, timeout-wise, still have a couple left.
It's going to come down to one, being strong with the basketball first, and then making your free throws.
Pels have 2 timeouts left. No timeouts left for Phoenix. Because you got to advance it after he makes this one. Okay, advance it. They're not going to. Yeah, please. Now they'll advance it. And get your best free throw shooters on the floor when we come back. That'll be the case in a 1-point game. 116, 115. And Zion.
Joel, I know we talk about free throw percentages, but right now, I want my toughest guys on the floor. I want my mentally toughest guy to get this free throw.
It'll come in. CJ's got it.
Bad spot.
Yeah,
that is a bad
sideline.
spot.
And he splits the double out front. Najee. And here's the foul by Chris Paul from behind with 13.8 to play. So a couple of free throws coming up for Najee. Is 3 for 3 at the line today with 11 and 5 to go along with 5 assists. CJ.
I tell you, that's a tough spot because you have two other defenders. Right there, you see two Phoenix Suns defenders, but you have the sideline and the half-court line. CJ did an excellent job of splitting that double team.
So Najee goes to the line. And you know somebody was in his ear before he got there. A lot of talk in situations like this. Cool, collected. Maintain your poise.
They're going to.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long break because Torrey Craig is bleeding. Torrey Craig is bleeding. So what this does is now this really freezes Najee at the line.
Right, no rhythm. So come over to the side. 30 seconds, they say. I've got to watch him. 13.8 to play. Yeah. One of his teammates just cut him. The vocal crowd on a Sunday afternoon.
I'm going to say it again, Joe. Percentages in this particular situation to me don't matter. Give me my mentally toughest guy on the free throw line in this particular situation.
13.8 to play. Now you think about the foul.
Right.
So
especially since they don't have any timeouts left.
One more for Najee. And coming up short, Chris Paul's got it. Now do they go for the win on the road with a three-pointer? Chris Paul, he thought about three on the way.
Everybody stay home.
Yep, over Dyson, and it stays home. Pels have a timeout with 2.8 to play. So let's see what the Pels can do.
Wow, big-time shot, Chris Paul.
And Chris Paul got to where he wanted to be, which is 10, 12 feet away.
I tell you, you don't become a Hall of Famer by accident. Stars recognize the situation. You might say he shuffled his feet a little bit, but play on.
You're not going to get that call.
It's a good finish.
Yeah.
That is a tough finish over a long...
Jay and Trey. Do we go to overtime? It'll come in.
I'm throwing that ball to number one, no matter what.
And he's got it. Zion, mid-range for the win. Off the back of the iron. We go to overtime in the Big Easy. Good clean look for Zion. So an extra 5 minutes. And overtime has not been kind to the Pels, but those 3 overtime games came very early in the season, in the first 12, when they were 6-6 before they've taken 10 of their last 12.
I tell you what, that's a good look.
Really good look.
That is a good look.
And there was length coming out, though, on the challenge. A 7-footer in Jock Landale. Yep. They weren't going to call a foul on Damian Lee. There may have been slight contact, but you're not going to get that whistle at this point of the game.